On January 18th and 19th, believers bring vessels to church to collect Epiphany water, and the bravest even take a dip in an ice hole. Why? Because Epiphany water is holy and healing. Scientists are trying to understand these properties. Physicists and chemists in various countries have conducted experiments and discovered that the structure of holy Epiphany water is many times more harmonious, and its beneficial properties are simply unique. The scientist was primarily interested in the fact itself. What is Epiphany water from a physical perspective? What happens to water on a physical level? You probably know that frozen water has a crystalline structure. So scientists took different types of water, froze them, and examined them under a microscope. Crystals from tap water appeared unstructured, while water from an ordinary river or lake appeared almost the same. But crystals from water over which prayers were said, and especially holy Epiphany water, are perfectly symmetrical crystals, and it imparts its harmony to those who drink it or plunge into the Epiphany ice hole. Incidentally, the renowned Japanese scientist Masaru Emoto concluded that any water hears, perceives, and absorbs information. If music is played to it, kind words are spoken to it, or prayers are read, its structure becomes more harmonious and pure. On January 19th, even tap water is healing. Scientists tested water not only from church springs, but also from lakes, regular bottled water, and tap water. All our experiments showed that any water collected on January 19th undergoes the Epiphany phenomenon. That is, it possesses increased energy. Specialists from the Drinking Water Laboratory at the Sisson Institute in Moscow began monitoring the water on January 15th. Tap water was allowed to settle, and then the amount of ion radicals in it was measured. During the study, the number of ion radicals in the water began to increase starting on January 17th. At the same time, the water became softer and its pH increased, making it less acidic. The water reached its peak activity on the evening of January 18th. Due to the high number of ion radicals, its electrical conductivity was truly comparable to electron-rich water. Moreover, the pH of the water exceeded neutrality by 1.5 points. The researchers also studied the degree of structure in the Epiphany water. They froze several samples from the tap, from a church spring, and from a river. Even tap water, which is usually far from ideal, presented a harmonious spectacle under the microscope when frozen. The electromagnetic activity curve of water began to decline as early as the morning of January 19th and by the 20th. Every year on January 19th, the Earth, along with the solar system, passes through rays of special radiation in space, resulting in all life on Earth being revived, including an increase in the bioenergetics of all the Earth's waters. It is on January 18th and 19th that water receives additional energy due to changes in the gravitational field in galactic space. In principle, information explaining these miraculous transformations has existed for a long time. During the blessing of water, through the prayers of the priest, the Holy Spirit descends upon the water, sanctifies it, and is invisibly present within it. The grace of the Holy Spirit also sanctifies the water that comes into contact with the blessed water. Scientists around the world have long noticed a remarkable phenomenon. For some reason, it is precisely during the days of Orthodox Epiphany that the world's waters begin to acquire the properties of pristine purity. This, too, is a scientific fact, confirmed by research, yet nevertheless unexplainable from the standpoint of human logic. What causes the torrent of ion radicals to descend upon the earth? Great is the Lord who works miracles. The Son of God became incarnate to open the way for us to unite with God, and he restores matter to its original property, to serve as a vehicle for such union. Thus, the water of baptism, the water of great sanctification, is holy. That is, it becomes a place of the presence of Christ and the Holy Spirit.